Asya adhishthanamuchyate etairvimohita yesha. Kamamavritya jnanamavritya jnanamavritya dehinam tasmat tasmat indriyanyadau niyamya bharatarshava papmanam pradhihenam jnana vijnananashanam indriyani paraniyahu indriyabhyah param manaha manasastu para buddhi. Ya buddhe paratassu saha evam buddhe param buddhva samstabhyatmana atmana jahi shatrum mahabaho kamarupam durasadam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. The thing is, this is a practical question, This part of Bhagavad Gita is very important. In particular, third chapter is very important because it deals with karma. And we are all performing karmas, So this chapter should be studied very thoroughly well, And there are so many preaching points here. The people don't know, And because they don't know, they cannot really perform the karmas the way Bhagavad Gita wants them to perform. That's why Arjuna asked this very practical question, Athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha. We don't want, but we are forced to perform the pap. Athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha. Anichanapi. We don't want it, but even then we perform. Varshneya. Varshneya. Baladiva, as if by force. Niyajita. Read the equivalence. Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna said.
Then,
Kena, by what? Prayuktaha, impel, Dayam, one, Papam, sins, Sarati, thus, Purushaha, man, Adichan, without desiring, Api, although, Varshneya, O descendant of Vrishni, Balad, by force, Iva, as if Niyojitaha, engaged.
By force, as if we are engaged by force. What does cause, us to perform the sinful activity? Read the translation.
Arjuna said,
O
descendant of Vrishni, by what is one, impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force.
This is really a crucial point. We don't want to perform, but those who are regarded as sinful persons, they also willingly don't want to perform sins. But somehow they are forced. And many times it happens that after performing the sinful activity, they lament. But it's too late that time. So it is the case for the sinful men also. Nobody wants to perform, but they are forced. So here Arjuna is perplexed, appears to be perplexed. That how does it happen? What is that impelling force? If we had the idea of that impelling force, then we may take help from that and control our at least working senses. Or working senses must be controlled. Working senses are the main reason by which we perform the sinful activities. Knowledge acquiring senses, they gather the knowledge. But working organs are the main thing. Sinful, that is, all 5 organs, they are very sinful. All the sins are performed there. And the third was very nicely said that Indriyani Mano Buddhir. These 3 things, Indriyani, all our senses, Man, our mind, and Buddhi, intelligence, are the sitting places for these sinful actions. So Indriyas have got to be controlled, Man has got to be controlled, and intelligence have to be diverted. These things should divert. It is very difficult to control the Indriyas, because in this chapter alone it is said that Indriyani Parani, Indriyani Sanyamya Yaste Manasasmaran. Many times we control our senses, but in mind we meditate on it, and that is our sinful action. But here, regarding these sinful activities, just thinking about it also is very bad. It bites you. 2 ways it bites you. One is your time is wasted, and the other thing is it drags you down to the hellish level. Valuable time we have allotted for our body, which is meant for uplifting ourselves spiritually. Instead, we degrade ourselves in the sinful activity. So, try to understand this and never give in, never give in. The remedy is in satisfaction. Whichever condition we are in, we should be completely satisfied. Those 3 things, Trishati Asha Janardana, Daya Sarvabhutesha, Santushtya, Enakya. You Santushtya, Santosh, Enakyanva. In any condition, you should be at ease, should be satisfied. That is very difficult, but we have to perform. And Sarvendriya Prashanti. And all senses should be under our control. And these 2 things particularly, the mind is never satisfied. And because it is absent, satisfaction is absent. Mind is polluted, and our indriyas are not in control. So again, indriyas also perform these activities. So the shortest cut is to control these things, is to be completely satisfied. And the impelling force for satisfaction is our practical knowledge of the outward things. When we are seeing so many things regarding married persons, or children, or sick persons, or those who are performing the sinful activities, we are seeing the reactions. You keep your eyes open, please. And everywhere you see the hellish life, apart from Krishna conscious life. This is the practical looking at it. You see, anywhere you see, thousands of people are getting married, but they are all unhappy, without exception. The unhappiness is there, anxiety is there, so much anxiety is there, and they are never free of anxiety. At least if one person is Krishna conscious, at least some time of the day he is anxiety free. maybe in the morning when he is performing puja or whatever, or kirtan or whatever, when he attends some programs, he is anxiety free. So that is the anxiety free attitude. Otherwise common persons, they are up to the neck, they are drowned into an anxious life. This is the drastic end of the not following this Krishna conscious life. The thing is, day by day, Kali Yuga is progressing. That's why Shastras also insist that this Krishna conscious also, Krishna consciousness, will be there only for 10,000 years. And we are seeing the deterioration. Before 40 years, it was very, very serious. We were in temples and everywhere. Now in our temples we are weakening these spiritual matters. And instead, we are running around the corrections or this or that or that. Nowhere we have seen the chanting for 24 hours or reading Bhagavad Gita for whole day or Bhagavatam recitations. They're surprised, they ask, we are reading Bhagavatam. To that extent we have degraded. So, I don't know, it is 10,000 years. Nobody will be able to touch Bhagavatam. This,
Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago. Bhagavatam says Krishna appears only once in a day of Brahma. So he has already appeared. So now next Kali Yuga he won't be appearing again.
No, Brahma's day every time. In Brahma's day every day.
Yeah, Brahma say there are 1,000 Kali Yugas.
Yeah, 1,000.
So only one Kali Yuga he has come.
Yuga cycle.
Huh?
Yuga cycle.
Yes. So he only comes in one once in a day.
Yes.
So next Kali Yuga he won't appear.
Next
Next
day. Next day Brahma again.
Next day.
Yes. That is his way. He always appears. And moreover, in degrading age like Kali, he appears in his name. Namavatar they say. Kali Yuga is Namavatar. Namavatar can have any time. There is no limit for it. There is no time limit for it. That's why he has sent his names. And to the saint like Prabhupada, who has established the names on this planet. Our institution is really Sankirtan Yajna. Even now, in Soap Street, you know, in the morning and evening, he has started going to Marble Ashram. So it's about 2 kilometers. And even now they do it. So this is our route. The name is our route. And Bhagavatam you open any verse, it directs towards chanting. Chanting is a must. You see. That is the only remedy we have. We don't have any other remedy. And what will happen then we don't know. This Rishikesh was telling now that there was one man I initiated now when I was there. One couple was there. So wife left to go to India and the man was alone there. So he slept and during night, I don't know how, but he injured his head and the blood started flowing. So he woke up and he lost his mental equilibrium. So he rang his wife that where are you gone? My blood is flowing and this and that. So wife was scared. She rang Rishikesh to go to the house. And he went to his surprise. And the whole bed was full of blood on the lawn. And nothing, no clue. How did it happen? To come out the blood from the brain, somebody must eat it. And no sign was there. So this body is so very vulnerable that when what will happen, We don't know. But we take it for granted that I am taking rest now. Tomorrow morning definitely I'll wake up. Unless Krishna wishes, we cannot get a single second. To that extent, we are in a very poor condition. So whatever time we have, please let us pray to Krishna that he allows us to chant his names. To chant his names also, he should give permission. Otherwise anybody can do it. So many people are there. Why we are 5 here? He has allowed us only. And for him to be always present in our life, we have to catch him. And that's why we catch him in service. We are doing service without any hope of the fruity work. So much is going on here, nobody gets any fruit. And the beauty is nobody lacks anything. That is the fruit. Outside is all scarcity. Without Krishna it's all scarcity. But with Krishna, you don't lack anything. Everything is there. And one thing Prabhupada was telling always, that give the living entity full prasadam and you will not demand anything. And this our Gopal is the example. He eats 3 times a day, and they asked him, do you want money? Not today, not tomorrow, not day after. I don't know. It's only Bhupati there. Bhupati eats and wants money also. I mean to say, we are materially covered, and that's why no satiation point in there. Insatiable desires are there. How much to tell you about that? So within this ocean of the insatiable pursuit of the sense gratification, Arjuna is really asking a very nice question, that why we are performing these things. Read the translation. Same.
Arjuna said, O descendant of Krishna, by what is one impelled? To sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force.
It's very easy. Repeat the verse. Arjuna vacha
athakena prayuktoyam charati purusaha anichan api varsneya ladiva niyojitaha.
And give the translation.
Arjuna said, O descendant of Krishna, by what is one impelled? Sinful acts, as if even unwillingly, as if by force, engaged by force.
You got the translation. Now read the purport.
A living entity, as part and parcel of the Supreme, is originally spiritual, pure and free from all material contaminations. Therefore, by nature, he is not subject to the sins of the material world. But when he is in contact with the material nature, he acts in many sinful ways without hesitation, and sometimes even against his will. As such, Arjuna's question to Krishna is very sanguine.
Sanguine means very practical. Purifying effect is there in sanguine.
Arjuna's question to Krishna is very sanguine as to the perverted nature of the living entities. Although the living entity sometimes does not want to act in sin, he is still forced to act. Sinful actions are not, however, impelled by the super soul within, but are due to another cause, as the Lord explains in the next verse.
That's right. Now we go to the next verse. So we get the answer, Sri Bhagavan Vacha
Sri Bhagavan Vacha
Kama Esha Krodha Esha
Kama Esha Krodha Esha
Rajoguna Samudvabha
Rajoguna Samudvabha
Mahashano Mahapapma
Mahashano Mahapapma
Vidhi Enam Iha Vairinam
Vidyenam Yavairinam
Kam Sri Bhagavan Vacha
Sri Bhagavan Vacha
Kama Esha Krodha Esha
Kama Esha Krodha Esha
Rajoguna Samudvabha
Rajoguna Samudvabha
Mahashano Mahapapma
Mahashano Mahapapma
Vidhi Enam Iha Vairinam
Vidyenam Yavairinam
Vidhi Enam Iha Vairinam.
Vidyenam Yavairinam.
Now repeat the first word. Repeat it first.
Sri Bhagavan Vacha.
No, first word. Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
How दिख रहा है? आगे आ भी जाए.
Athakena prayuktoyam
Papam charati purushaha.
Papam charati purushaha
Anichannapi vašneya.
Anichannapi vašneya
Baladiva niyojitaha.
Baladiva niyojitaha.
Give the translation.
Arjuna said, O descendant of Krishna,
O descendant of Krishna,
by what is one impelled
to
sinful acts,
sinful acts,
even unwillingly,
as
if engaged by force.
engaged by force.
Now close the book. Repeat.
Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
Athakena prayuktoyam.
Athakena prayuktoyam
Papam charati purushaha.
Papam charati purushaha
Anichannapi vašneya.
Anichannapi vašneya
Baladiva niyojitaha.
Baladiva niyojitaha.
Arjuna said, O descendant of Krishna,
O descendant of Krishna,
by what is one impelled to sinful acts,
impelled to sinful acts,
even unwillingly,
unwillingly,
as if engaged by force.
as if engaged by
Go to see. Nice memory. Repeat.
Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
Kena prayuktoyam.
Athakena prayuktoyam
Papam charati purushaha.
Papam charati purushaha
Chanapi vasneya.
Anichannapi vašneya
Baladiva niyojitaha.
Baladiva niyojitaha. Arjuna said,
O descendants of Krishna,
O descendants of Krishna,
by what one is impelled
by what is one
to
impelled
sinful activities,
to sinful activity,
even unwillingly,
even unwillingly,
as
as if
if
engaged,
engaged by force.
So,
as if engaged by force.
Yes, repeat. Son, you know by now. Close the book. Yeah.
Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
Athakena prayuktoyam.
Athakena prayuktoyam
Papam charati purusha.
Papam charati purushaha
Anichannapi. Api
Anichannapi vašneya.
Anichannapi vašneya.
No, you don't know. Please remember. Yes.
Sri Bhagavan, Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna
Vacha.
Athakena
Prayuktoyam.
prayuktoyam.
Athakena prayuktoyam
Papam charati purusha.
Purushaha.
Papam charati purushaha
Anichannapi
Api varshneya. Varshneya.
vašneya.
Anichannapi vašneya
Baladiva
Baladiva
niyojita. Very good.
Baladiva niyojitaha.
You got it nearly. Again. Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
Athakena prayuktoyam.
Athakena prayuktoyam.
Athakena prayuktoyam
Papam charati purusha.
Papam charati purushaha
Anichannapi varshneya.
Anichannapi vašneya
Baladiva
Eva
niyojita.
Baladiva niyojitaha.
Arjuna inquired.
Arjuna said,
Arjuna said,
O descendant of Vishnu,
O descendant of Krishna,
by what is one impelled
by what is one impelled
Even,
to commit sinful acts,
even unwillingly.
even unwillingly,
unwillingly,
as if engaged by force?
Yeah, very good. Very good. Yes.
Arjuna Vacha Kena Prayuktoyam Apam Charati Purusha Anichanapi Vashneya Baladiva Niyojita Arjuna said, descendant of Vrishni, what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force.
Unwillingly, you know. He's asking, what descendant of Krishna, by what one is impelled to sinful acts, as if unwilling, even unwillingly, as if by force, or as if engaged by force. Very nice question. The answer is in one verse in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Take out those Sthita Brahmya verses, you know, last 18 verses. 52 onwards. And this verse must be about 62 or something.
72.
Number?
This is 60.
Indriyanam hi chartam yan. Indriyanam hi 67. Chartam yan. Manona videte tadasya. This is the answer. Okay. Indriyanam hi read the translation.
As a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence.
This is the thing. Roaming senses. We have a roaming sense. I particularly is a roaming sense. That's why those people who follow the eyes, they are known as Romeo. Roaming sense. As soon as some beautiful lady comes, even I also see, and in my age also, if so much attraction is there, how much more should be in your age? The thing is, the lust never departs. Never.
So Maharaj, we can never be peaceful.
Can't be peaceful at all.
Time is lost with that.
And more you have age, maybe you have pension coming in, or you have some accumulated some money. So except lust there is nothing. The old people in England particularly, they are the community halls, you know, established by corporations. And they play some,
Chess.
yes, something. And they talk about women only. They don't know anything else.
Bridge, Maharaj.
Yes, bridge. They do the same thing. And more vulgar language than the young ones. So please. Here also in this Handapanga, hey, Chaturbuj, tu collector to nahi. Chaturbuj was collector. Haram ko tu faujdar to nahi. Ewa fool jare. They abuse each other. Nobody is collector there, nobody is faujdar. કેમ મરતો હતો It never departs because we are following the Romeo senses. Roaming senses can never give you at ease. Somehow or the other, our senses must stop roaming. And to stop this, We must have genuine mercy from Krishna. Unless Krishna is very merciful, our senses will never stop. Always they run around here and there. Senses are very wild.
While chanting, Maharaj, we are not able to concentrate.
No, don't worry about it. Don't think how you are chanting. Just chant. And that will improve. You should not think that why I am not concentrating. No concentration or no concentration. You chant. Don't bring your mind into it. As soon as you try to think, how am I doing, it is right. Don't bring mind. Without mind, just go on chanting. We ignore so many things here. When we are walking on the road, so many nice ladies we see. We don't run after them. Why? Because you will be beaten otherwise. So we are scared, you know. I feel like running, but I don't do it. Because the beating is there. So this way, we must try to convince our mind to voluntarily reject this thing. And unless he is merciful, we cannot reject. So in order to obtain his mercy, we have to perform the devotional service. Tattenu kampaham. Susamekshamaanaha Bunjana eva Atmakritam vipakam Yadvavapubhir Vidadan namaste Jivet yavata Mukta pade sadaya bhak. These beautiful words. 10th or 11th canto, I don't remember the number. 10th.
10:48.
10:48. Just check it. The Tattairu Anukamva.
Brahma's prayer, sir.
Brahma's faith. That we wait to obtain the mercy of Krishna. Samikshamanaha. We wait. And during that time, we are suffering from our own sinful reactions. Suffering is going on. And in that suffering period, if we concentrate yadvag vapuhi, by our speech and by our whole existence, if we can serve Krishna, then we are the heir apparent to go back home, back to Godhead. Any type of life. The service of Krishna is a must. So that's why devotional service is very important. Otherwise this kama isha krodha isha. Calm will never leave. And that's why in our language calm is introduced. Kama છું really કામમાં અને કોઈ એમ બીજું કઈ નથી કહેતા બહુ બીજી છું કામમાં છું કામમાં calm is very important. And they're correct. Whatever money they get is for calm. Yes. Please. See, read the verses. Kamesha, sure. Read the equivalents, you know.
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Sri Bhagavan.
The personality of Godhead said. Kamaha. Lust. Eshaha. This. Krodhaha. Death. Eshaha. This. Rajaha Guna. The mode of passion. Samudbhavaha. Born of. Maha-ashanaha. All devouring. Maha Papma. Greatly sinful. Vidhi. No. Enam. This. Iha. In the material world. Vaidinam. Greatest enemy.
Read the translation.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead says,
Supreme Personality.
It is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion, and later transformed into wrath, and which is the all-devouring
And or
sinful enemy of this world.
Sinful enemy. Always this is the reason. As I told you, there are three things in calm. And the wealth is there, land is there, or woman is there. They remain and Joru. They drive us. When as soon as the boy is alright, the girl is alright. As soon as they marry, they want to have the flat, they want to have a car, they want to have some work, they want to have children, they want to have property. Everything starts from calm wish. Because that if they don't get their clothing, if we don't achieve our goal, then we become angry. And particularly the ladies, the girls, they have their own dream of the life they would want to conduct. Their own thing. Who is it? It's transcendental. The thing is, the girls have their own way, own desires to conduct their life. And here she comes, she marries the boy, and boy is chanting. Then her whole dream is smashed. We say, now, where am I ending with sadhu? She is not ready for that. And the next moment she starts lamenting. Because she didn't want sadhu. Everybody is not devuti. And she married Kardam and she forgot her everything and served him nicely for a long time. That is Vedic culture. The girls are satisfied. They don't have their dreams. But every girl, and particularly when the children are there, she takes the side of children. Or for children we must have house. This child is small, or you are not doing anything for him. And then she starts crying. As soon as she cries, this one says, I will do anything for you, and child. And then he goes to foreign countries or whatever. And then the misery starts. He was quite peaceful, chanting. Ends up in England, which is the hellish condition. Ends up in America, gets beaten by blacks. I have no finance, no work, only dishwashing in the restaurants. And here he comes in a suit, and we say, oh, he's coming from America. Nice bright suit. And I also feel like going. So we spend 2 lakhs of rupees or 3 lakhs of rupees just to go there. After going there, we also end up in some restaurant. Nobody tells the truth. They hide it. Because while going, formerly it was the case that nobody, very rare persons will go to foreign countries. So his kinsmen will come to the airport and garland him. So once he puts on the garland, then he doesn't forget their garland. So he is really shameful to come back. All the garland he has gone. Please, somehow or the other, we don't come to the reality actually. Life goal is completely nasta. Nasta drishtinam. Brahmatam nasta drishtinam. Brahmata means wandering. In his lifetime, he wanders about all over the planet in search of money. And nasta drishtinam, he doesn't have any goal of life. He wants, by hook or crook, he wants money. That's why our practical experience is there. We also did the same thing. We wanted to have money, that's. And since we were having pursuit for money, the misery started. Till the time we were all right. We were quite satisfied. A small house, children were rearing, they were getting older, they were getting educated, everything was all right. But we had an unsatiable desire for money. And that's why we wanted to venture. As soon as you start a venture, since that day the misery started. And we don't realize this. This is Kamesh, Krodesh. There is Mahashana. Mahashana. What is the meaning of Mahashana? All levering. Finished. Nice garden is there, but elephant enters and all levering. He approves all the plants. You see, this is our life. And then Mahapapa, full of sins. What is the meaning of Mahapapa?
Greatly sinful.
These two adjectives are there. All levering and sinful. The thief is hearing. Bhupati is hearing. What are the two adjectives? Jail. Doesn't matter. Not for me. For you. I'll try. And again, we fall into the same trap. That is the danger. Read the translation.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said,
Supreme Personality of Godhead
it
said,
is lust only,
it is lust only,
Arjuna, which is born of contact,
which is born of contact
with the material mode of passion,
with the material mode of passion,
and later transformed into that,
and later transformed into that,
and which is the all-devouring,
and which is the all-devouring,
sinful enemy of this world.
sinful enemy of this world.
What is the number of that Indian name? He said,
368. 268.
268. And there is 262, I think. See the verse. No. Next verse. Rama, Ragadvesh. What is the number?
264.
264 is the answer. How to control this? Calm, Read, sir. 260, 262,
264.
264. Read. Raga, Dvesh, Vimultaistu, Indriya, Charan, Videyatma word you have to remember for whole of lifetime. Videyatma.
One who follows the regulated freedom.
This is. One who follows the regulated freedom. They win. We have body. We have material body. So we have to have sense gratification. I want to eat. I must eat. I must sleep. I must have sex. But there is a regulated freedom by Shastras. Regarding eating, voluntarily we have given up non-vegetarian food. So to that extent we are safe. Then we don't eat too much. We have limited our food also. This Om, A-U-M. Om, A-U-M. Austerity. I'm sorry. A means anxiety. U means uncleanliness. And M means much eating. There's Om. So that Om kills you. Anxiety, much eating. This will give you the deceased body. Whereas austerity, unlimited Bhagavatam, and morality will give you a nice life. There is the Om. Please try to have the regulated freedom. And you will be respected. But if you don't follow the regulations, then your life becomes like animals. And people start hating that person, He is not respected. He is rejected by the society. This is a clue to it. Please try to understand these and put into practice. A grain of practice is much more valuable than the tons of impractical knowledge.
This gives us a healthy life, you said, Maharaj? Austerity, unlimited Bhagavatam and morality gives healthy life, you said?
Healthy life. I mean to say, sublime life. That is purifying, Whereas anxiety, uncleanliness, and much eating will give you diseased body. And you will not be able to enjoy either. By diseased body, you have sense gratification. You can't eat. You cannot have sex. Diseased body can't help you. This is the reason of disease. And these are the three reasons. It is anxiety, uncleanliness, and much eating. Then there are 3 O's and A. 3 O's and A we have to avoid. Over sense gratification, overeating, over dependence on other living entities, and A is artificial standard of life. We have to avoid to have a healthy life. So these things will give you a bit of clue by which you can avoid calm, excessive calm. And in the end, as I told you, we have to have the mercy of Krishna. So devotional service is a must. And in chanting plays very important part. Chanting is the remedy for everything.
Standard of
So this way, please find out some acronyms and remember these eternal points. Some or the other we should remember, and then you speak Shastras, so that preaching becomes bona fide. Otherwise you just give your mental concoction and nobody is interested in it. Always read the verse, quote the verse, and discuss around it, so it becomes bona fide. Without verse you should not preach. And only we should give the verses which we are very expert in it. I mean to say, we understand. We have chewed those verses you should write in one notebook and then prepare nicely, and the verse which we know very well only should be quoted, not half verses. one word here and one word there. That's right. Jai Sri Prabhupada ki. Have you any question? We didn't finish. Those 4 verses have got to be done. Tomorrow, if you are alive, and Krishna permits. કેમ દીકરા તું આવી જાય સીધો આવ્યો કે ઘરે જ હા સારું કર્યું એ કમ છે ટાઈમથી આવી જાય તો કેટલા 5 વાગે નીકળ્યો જ ને ઓ so nice to see you sir ભગવાન તારું બધું કરે yes.
This point Maharaj said 3 O's or A's, and then we have the Om that Maharaj said, austerity, unlimited bhagavatam, morality, we should avoid oversense gratification, overeating, overdependence on other living entities, and artificial standards of life. Each one Maharaj is a different activity that we should avoid or a different activity we should follow. So in that sense Maharaj, it becomes difficult at every step of our life to remember these rules and regulations.
What rule? What rule? What do you forget? What do you forget?
As in, because we are so conditioned, sometimes we may follow 2 of it, oversense gratification, overeating, but we may slip in artificial standards of life.
Yes.
Some we follow, some we don't follow. So it becomes a bit diluted.
Yes.
So how do we perfectly follow all the rules and regulations?
Because in our mind, the goal is not clear. Our life goal is not clear. Our goal of human existence is to go back home, back to Godhead. That is our goal. That's it. Very good. Repeat. एके कुरु न बहु शाखा ही बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनः. This must be regulated. One determination.
In our mind?
In our mind we should fix the goal. And then you will never forget all this. Where our goal is transcendental. So the transcendental method of chanting Shastras or Mahamantra or understanding them, all is equally powerful. We have to come to this point. And as I told you, regarding artificial life also, regulated freedom is there. Now in Abu Dhabi, if you want to stay without air conditioning, you can't stay. The weather conditions are bad. And apart from weather, government has law that the house must be air conditioned. To that extent that when they come to India, they have to leave the air conditioner on in the house. Otherwise government will take away the flat. Because without air conditioning, the fungus is formed. So all walls are black. They have to repair them to India. So they spend for the air conditioning. This is how. So Vidayatma, regulated freedom has got to follow. And everywhere it goes on changing according to the weather. But in India, austere life is very easy. The weather is not that bad here. Rainy season also is not daily raining. India is best place to follow the austere life.
Last for 2 months rainy season.
Yeah, 2 months. And that too not daily,
London throughout the year.
London any time of the day.
The gentleman will take the umbrella with them.
Umbrella, that is known as gentleman. And they are proud of it. I have to have the umbrella. What is that pride? But anything is London's. And the very bad life is there. But anyway, we love it. So Prabhupada really very cleverly diverted our attention, particularly the young folk like you. How they diverted, This Chopadi people, they are following this prerna, some cultivation. Thousands of boys are coming. This Gauranga, what is his name? He came to me, and he came to see me in Nasik, and he says, once you had been to Chopadi temple, and you had told us in the class that if you are not interested in Bhagavatam, 4 walls will kill you. And that I followed, and I am now. Really, he was very honest to remember that. Then they invited me to this. What was the name of that place? Tagir. The Jatayu was it is near Nasik, and that water is flowing since last so many years, million years. It never stops in summer also, and they are nice. They are built on. So I was not able to walk there. It was a very long walk. So they carried me to the place wherein we entered to sleep, and they heard. They said, please, this knowledge is unavailable. Otherwise, you people also will not be able to survive without this engagement. How long you are going to delay daily here and there? You must be selfishly interested in understanding Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, if not in the many other books. You must. And Bhagavad Gita, you remember, is coming from the transcendent throat of Krishna. So Bhagavad Gita's place is in our throat. So it should be in our throat.
This time,
what is his name? That rich person is there in Chopadi. Mopadla. He was telling that Bhagavatam class we hear and there. Every day we hear. But he says, if you want really to relish Bhagavatam class, we should hear Mahavishnu's disciples. He is very honest. We are famous for that. So bisect the verses like that and give them the practice. But we know the goal of life, and that's why we are serious. Otherwise, Brahmyatam nashta drishtinam. Brahmyatam nashta drishtinam. What is 420? 21, 30. 30. Nice verse it is. I don't have much breath. 50. 421, 51. Those are verse. 2 lines, very simple verse. I don't have much breath. Otherwise we could have gone. Tomorrow, if Krishna allows, we'll discuss that. But any verse you take, please, and try to understand with the help of Prabhupada, you'll be self-sufficient. You should not move about like a mad person after me. You are self-sufficient. You just stick to Prabhupada. Don't depend upon any other. They will misguide. Prabhupada will never misguide you.
Yes, that point is very important.
Very.
Normally, ISKCONs also, in the name of Prabhupada, they start with Prabhupada,
About
they take their own things.
So we should not do it. We should depend upon them. And don't depend upon these machines. You must have books. The machines are all right, so far as your cross-reference. Cross-references. Otherwise, machine, you can't depend upon. But if you don't have Bhagavatam, or if you don't have time to go through, and even you master one small book, and that I will really like it, love it, beyond birth or death, or there are so many books here. Upanishad, Message's Gift, Path of Perfection, Introduction of Krishna Consciousness. So many books are.
These books are so nice, Maharaj. Like I read some of these books in Nasik.
Yeah.
Even Birthing Day and day.
I see.
Prabhupada takes one chapter of Gita and he explains, like the whole book is one chapter of Gita. From first to the last, each verse he explains in one book.
See?
One chapter of Gita, like the Beyond Birthing Day is, I think, the 8th chapter of Gita. Only 8th chapter, nothing else. Only 8 verses from 8th chapter is good. And in a sequence, Maharaj.
Just study Prabhupada. You get everything.
Doesn't mean he's called the other sannyasis and other Prabhupada disciples, or maybe new, they are writing plenty of new
No.
books.
Nobody should write. We write, we concoct here. We write something. Nobody should write. It's misleading. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so great a scholar. He could have written the whole thing. But he only wrote 8 verses and gave Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. On the contrary, Vallabhacharya wrote 16 granthas and did not mention, only casually mentioned about Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. That sampradaya is completely gone. And we are surviving because of Bhagavad Gita. So remember always this. We should write minimum. So when the question of writing came in front of me also, we introduced Granth Raj. So everybody is writing. It's not one man. And it's the best thing. That one lady appreciated Bhakti Saraswami's disciple. So anybody can really genuinely, they will appreciate the Granth Raj. It is based on Bhagavatam, practical instructions. So please study and uplift yourself spiritually.
Maharaj, he said that, on Gaurav Purnima day in Nasik temple, we had quoted a very nice verse, Maharaj.
Which?
Aradhyo Bhagavan.
This verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said that you worship Krishna. And we catch his tongue and worship. Then we must have some sense. He says, Aradhya Bhagavan Vajay Sutane, Tadham Vrindavanam, Ramaya Kachit Upasana Vrajadu, Vargena Yagat. You have to have the devotional service like Vrajavadu. And Srimad Bhagavatam, Pramana Mamanam, Prema Pumartha Mahan, Matvarinidam. This is his mat. And we are ignoring his mat. And we are catching Chaitanya Charitamrita. He says, you take Bhagavad. And we catch Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. I mean, you don't follow him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Please ignore this, and this verse is very beautiful. I quoted that, and I told him that you are not following this. Oh, Jai Gopal, you look very nice. Very nice. Have you any other question?
Thank you.
Jai. Gopal ki.
Mr. Maharaj ki. Jai.
We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow again we'll continue these verses.
Hare Krishna, Jai, Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Krishna Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Okay, very nice. So please turn on your cameras now. Hope you could all hear the Nectarian class. This particular class was very special. So this is not like a class in public, very formal. This was very informal among the disciples. Maharaj knew all of them. So very personal. So it's a very different level class. And Maharaj would give very personal information, instructions on this. So we're very fortunate the devotees who made this, recorded this, fine-tuned it, uploaded it. All glories to him. All glories to him. All glories to him. And yeah, we're taking the benefit of this, you know. Thank you, Krishnadas, for you also, for transcribing. Devotees who transcribed the whole class as well. And Kachika Krishna, who coordinated the whole thing. It's very beautiful. So you would see this, that Maharaj would be very upfront about many things, you know. At the same time, very loving, respectful to everybody. So yes, I would like to hear if anything, which point or which points did inspire you, you know. Just if you can share realizations, maybe one, maybe more, no problem. What do you feel on this? Please feel free. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Amrish Prabhu. Thank you very much for showing us this really nectarious lecture from Maharaj. Really nice. I mean, and thank you, Krishna Samarpan Das, for helping us, to see this wonderful video. Lot of points, Prabhuji. I mean, I was listening right from the beginning, but Maharaj always emphasizing on mercy of Krishna, when if one to chanting is the only remedy for everything. And also when one of the devotee asks, because when we get difficulties, even if we are in chanting, so Maharaj said that you must have goal in your mind, and that mind, the goal, you should be really focusing on chanting and shastras. Also here, Maharaj has given wonderful example from the, I think, Bhagavatam, Canto 10, so that we must constantly wait for Krishna's mercy, and that is really important. And even if you're, Maharaj said, even if you are thinking or anything in your mind, just don't worry. Just keep on chanting, and one day you will find Krishna's mercy. So there are so many points, and also Maharaj has given an example about the Om, that austerity, uncleanliness, and much eatings, which we used to happen for a lot, for me even. But then, in opposed to that, Maharaj said, yes, if we have austerity and unlimited Bhagavatam and morality, you will come to Krishna consciousness, and then you will feel definitely chanting, and you come in the Krishna consciousness. That's very wonderful. Thank you, Amrish Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Jai, Jai, Hare Krishna. Shri Gurudev ki Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Yes, that's absolute nectar, you know, absolute nectar. We should listen to this again and again, you know. More
Yes.
nectar will come. More nectar will come. I can tell you this. Yes. Very fortunate this is recorded, you know. Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing this wonderful lecture. Thank you, Krishna, Prabhu. To the point that Prabhuji just mentioned, that Maharaj used to give so much, last in the previous lecture, we heard that he talked about Pepsi, and he used to give that acronyms for that. In this lecture, he also gave that we have anxiety, uncleanliness, and much eating, but there should be austerity, unlimited Bhagavatam, and morality. And he said that you remember these acronyms, and like we have to remember this, remember in this type of thing, and we'll be successful. And another point that he made, that 1 grain of practical knowledge is very important than having so much knowledge. So these are the points that I thank you, Prabhu.
Very nice. Very nice, Hare Krishna. Very good. And Maharaj would emphasize that when you give verse references, you should know the verses. Nowadays, we are very used to giving 10 references, you know, searching on Google and finding out this reference and that reference, and we read. We don't try to memorize this. Very difficult, So I used to find it very hard, even in our teams. We should be very careful about this. But I don't know how to say it. I didn't want to say, demoralize devotees who are doing such nice services. But here Maharaj saying himself, So better to give only those whom we remember. Spend time in memorizing. See, these verses in one day, in one class, Maharaj made everybody memorize the verse, 236, 237. If we listen to it again, we'll memorize ourselves too. This is the power. And wherever Maharaj would go, Maharaj would memorize verses. Thank you for it. Yeah. Other thing which I noticed was that Maharaj was out of breath, Very early on, Maharaj was out of breath. But because devotees were coming from overseas, the Maharaj would never take puff, After the stroke, Maharaj would not take much medicines too. It was many years ago stroke Maharaj had, And also Maharaj has asthma, but Maharaj would not change his asthma puff also. Maharaj kept an old puff, which is not even available so readily. And they're also very sparingly Maharaj would use, But I've noticed even now today, I calculated, I may be wrong, but Maharaj puffed at least 4 to 5 times. And Maharaj would not puff. Maharaj would not puff. When Maharaj was alone or not talking to other devotees or people who are, this is only because they were coming from overseas, spending so much money and time. So Maharaj would have puff 4 to 5 times. Otherwise, Maharaj would put puff 1 in so many days, But Maharaj would rest, otherwise not take this kind of medicines, So yeah. I just thought I'll share this little bit of my knowledge about Maharaj. And we will be very careful about this. Very, very careful. In fact, I remember we had a meeting in one of the Vyas Puja, and before the Vyas Puja, and Maharaj would be speaking, And we said we would not make Maharaj speak now so much. But because Maharaj saw so many devotees are coming from overseas, Maharaj would do his puff and keep talking. Ultimately, then I said, okay, after some time we will leave the meeting. But I was the only one who left. They were sitting there asking more and more questions. They wanted the nectar, And I, like a rascal, I said, no, I'm not going to put pressure on Maharaj. And I left quietly from behind. Yeah. Okay, Hare Krishna, please, others will have to share their realizations, please feel free.
Hare Krishna. This Maharaj was actually 89 years old.
Maharaj were. The English language is a very poor language. English language doesn't discriminate between, a senior person and all. Everybody's was. How are you? He was. So very, very careful. And even he. So try not to use the word he for Maharaj and Prabhupada. Say Prabhupada and Maharaj. And were rather than was. English, like in Hindi or Indian languages, you've got respectful words, Aap means, in English it is you. No, it's not you. It's a respectful word for a senior called aap. In Gujarati it is tame, means for senior, respectful word for a senior person, tame. Not tu. Tu means for somebody who is lower than you or same level of you. But tu also is transcribed as you in English. Aap is also transcribed as you in English. So be a little careful with this words, please. Thank you. Excuse me. Hare Krishna. Yes, please continue. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, you're frozen. Yeah.
So
Yeah, now.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, your screen froze. Could you repeat again slowly again, please? Yeah, now it's okay, I think.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj were 89 years old during this lecture, and yet it was very, very clear. Maharaj's pronunciation and Maharaj's instructions. So a lot of devotees have pointed out already the acronyms, but there was also another acronym that Maharaj said, which was the 3 O's and the 1 A, which is overeating, overdependence, and overdependence on other living entities and artificial standards of life. So these things are things that we should avoid and things that will kill us. And we, as other devotees have also said, instead should be have austerity, unlimited Bhagavatam and morality, which will give us a healthy life. So again, Maharaj makes it very, very pointed and easy for us to remember these things. But Maharaj also said that a grain of practice is much more valuable than impractical knowledge. So, it's up to me to practically try and implement this instruction. So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, it's for me too. We have a Me Too movement on this. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you, Amrish Prabhu, for actually sharing this very nice lecture of Guru Maharaj, and thank you, Krishna Prabhu as well, for transcribing it and all that. So it's very nice lecture, as devotees share the realization, and Maharaj, the way he explains, it sticks to the heart, because I remember we studied all this verse, but almost forgot everything. Because we've been now studying 11th canto, 11th chapter, and third chapter is already forgotten. So that's how actually we forget things. But Maharaj, actually, the way he explained why we're actually impelled to actually commit these sins, and the practical actual realization he gave is really made me think, where he said that actually means we all know that actually lust is the root cause of everything, but actually we do not put ourselves in a practical scene. But Maharaj, when he gave the example, actually he said that as soon as you get married, everything starts. Because as soon as you're married, you need actually the house, you need children, you need car, you need this and that, and Maharaj was saying that poor person has to go, until then the devotee normally is happy chanting, stressless, no anxiety. And people, they go, to the long distance, even to the different countries, America and all that, and everything become very anxious, full of anxiety. So it's the way actually I understood it. Actually we actually create this lust, by our own. It's our own doing. Otherwise, it's very easy to lead a simple life, but we are not satisfied with that, and lust, become actually a root cause. Actually, we commit a lot of sins because on account of that. So it's very nicely explained, and Maharaj actually gave many examples, and even Maharaj regarding preaching, Amrish also mentioned that when you preach, Maharaj said you only preach around the verse. You should not preach, anything else. You always talk around the verse. So otherwise, you are concocting. And I think I remember Srila Prabhupada also said the same, I think, instruction I read from Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada said, one who repeats, his spiritual master's instruction as it is, he's the best preacher. So same. So we don't have to manufacture anything new. I think we have to just repeat what has been given. And another important point Maharaj mentioned that he said somebody mentioned that there are other gurus, they are writing so many different books and all that. And Maharaj said, we shouldn't write anything. Prabhupada has given everything. We have to keep the writing to minimum. And that actually very important instruction, I thought, because even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave the example. He's such a great scholar, Krishna himself, that he only left only 8 verses. That's all. So I think we have to learn from actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how to actually we are not interested in writing anything, but I think we can choose what we read. So Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. He even gave the I think example of Vallabhacharya Sampradaya. That is actually new information for me, but I think that's quite revealing what I heard from Maharaj. So yes, Prabhuji, it's a lot of new points Maharaj put forward, and definitely the acronyms other devotees shared. And it's very easy to remember. And yeah, Maharaj actually gave the acronym for OM, which I thought is really helpful, because it will give us a diseased body, with all this, if we do not follow this instruction. So thank you, Rishbu, for sharing that, and actually, yeah, definitely help us to understand that point very clearly. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hari Bol. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Yes, that's and Mahaprabhu mentioned about Bhagavatam, study Bhagavatam. That is what it is, nothing else. That's how the Vadhus, the gopis worship Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is worshipped with his transcendental abode, Vrindavan. The most pleasing form of worship of the Lord, for the Lord, is that which was performed by the gopis of Vrindavan. Srimad Bhagavatam is a spotless authority on everything, and pure love of Godhead is the ultimate goal of life for all men. These statements for which we have the highest regard are the opinion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is from Sri Chaitanya Matta Manjusha, Vaishnava Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. The last verse Maharaj quoted, Arodhya Bhagavan Vajesh Tanayas. So I quickly made a note of this. Yes, please. This is real nectar. Please watch this again. Again, Maharaj emphasized a very important thing, that the frailty of human body, of our body. We think we are bulletproof. We are not. Anything, anytime can happen to any one of us. We don't have time. This point comes again and again in Maharaj's class. This time also. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes, please. Who would like to go next? Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to hear Maharaj's nectarian lecture. Thank you so much, Krishna Prabhu, for arranging this. Yes, Prabhuji, as every other devotees also have mentioned wonderful points. I also want to share the same point that you just now spoke, that Maharaj in his lecture was coming back and back again and again to the point that there is no certainty of human life. We don't have we don't understand that we feel that today is a happy day, tomorrow will be the same, and the life will go on in the same pattern and same happiness, and everything will come, and we'll be we'll be settled and happy, and we have so much of plans for our future, for to be happy, and in terms of financial, in terms of our emotion, in terms of our family and everything. But we don't understand that it might happen that we might not able to see tomorrow, for which we are planning so much today. So this is the very striking and important point which came in the lecture. Again, one important thing that what I picked up is the objectivity of bhakti, which I was pondering since last 2 weeks, because personally I felt that I don't want to become a devotee just because I had a favorable atmosphere there in my family, but to actually realize this is the purpose of my life. So if I want to have bhakti as a purpose of my life, so I have to be very clear about the objectivity of doing something which I want to make perfect in my life, perfectly execute as a devotee. So this is the point that I'm pondering since 2 weeks, and I wanted to come to a conclusion, or to at least to a point there where I can say that this is why I want to dedicate my entire life for devotional service. So yeah, I mean, this is the struggle that I am facing right now, to find my own objectivity of doing. And that is, and because since, as also Maharaj said, that our senses is like Romeo, it is roaming, and we don't and that is true. I mean, as a young person who wants to achieve everything in life, and to do everything, I mean, right from being a successful whatever career I'm pursuing, being successful in every nook and corner of my life, I feel that if I say that, yeah, devotional service is I want to take it as and make it a lifestyle for me. So what is the objectivity of doing it? Why it is not giving me the force to wake up 4 a.m. in the morning and do all the things, and then be successful in in my job and my career and my personal life, or wherever I go. So this is why there is a struggle that I'm facing right now, Prabhuji. Yeah, this is a real struggle that I'm facing, because the objectivity is not clear enough. Once the objectivity will be clear, the goal will be clear, I'm sure that will give me a spark to move forward.
Did it answer something in today's class? Did it answer your some questions? Something?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, it did answer that. Ultimately, the goal of the human life is to go back to Godhead. That has been told by Maharaj in the class. But that has to be realized by my own self. That is the thing, Prabhuji.
Oh, when you will get some slaps in the material world, then you realize.
Yeah, I am. That's not the thing, that I'm not getting that slaps.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about everybody, including me. When you get one tight slap, then you realize, without seeing where it hits you. Where did it hit? Where did it come from? But anyway, that is very good. You're very intellectually, you're pursuing things, and all of us are in similar boat or some other. And that's why it's called science of self-realization. And you're very fortunate. You are born in a family which you've got favorable atmosphere for Krishna consciousness. And that is an advantage. Full Bhagavatam talks about this advantage which you have got, or any child who born in a Krishna conscious family. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Bhagavatam is our way. So very nice. We wish you all the success in the spiritual journey. You're not alone. Yeah, but the process is the end. Remember this point. Ponder over it. Don't think that you start the process afterwards. The process which we are in is itself is the beginning, and it's the end. The process is love. The process is bhakti. The process is Krishna. The process is important. And when one dedicates one's life with a focus, as you say, objective, then the same process becomes intensified. The same process becomes the priority. Yeah. So process is the end. And after you achieve the end, after you achieve prem, Krishna prem, what remains is also the process, bhakti. Only bhakti. Bhakti is the summum bonum. That is what, after everything is done and dusted, what remains is bhakti. Before that, what is remaining with all this chaos is bhakti. And, to be with Krishna is bhakti, with the other one is bhakti only. Okay, Hare Krishna. We wish you all the success. You instigated my thinking also. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Vishnu. Thank you, Krishna Samarpan, Krishna Das Prabhuji, for sharing this wonderful video. So the point I took is, in our mind, we should fix the goal. And as Maharajji said, our goal is transcendental. So to achieve that transcendental goal, we should do the transcendental service, engaging in devotional service, chanting. So this is how we should do the process. We should not forget that our goal is very transcendental. I think that I can do it afterwards. मैं हमेशा टाल देता हूँ चीजें. Like even chanting, yeah, after this work I will do it, and then until it becomes night and you have to do some extra rounds, or you have to add up. Last night I forgot to do 2 rounds, or I didn't do 2 rounds, so I adding up for today. So this shouldn't be done. So you should fix that goal, and this is the most important goal, I think, the transcendental goal. And the second thing I took is also, if someone can't read or don't have time to read Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, they should read small books thoroughly. Prabhupada's book. So, and Maharaj was emphasizing more on reading books and following Prabhupada only. So we should not deviate, like as you said, कि ये गुरु जी का book है and all. Prabhupada has given enough of nectar in her, so we should thoroughly read books. We should do our service, or else our lust will become wrath. That's what I took from lecture.
Jai,
Hare
Jai.
Krishna.
You all are very fortunate, very similar to the first point, similar to what Suchi Mataji was saying, Very nice. Intellectually, you are thoughtful people. It's very good. Very good. You will never be wrong on this, Never be wrong. Wonderful. All the best to you. All the best to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Amrito. Hare Krishna, Krishna Prabhu. And Hare Krishna. Full Brother Devidasi. She was listening, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And yeah, Krishna Prabhu doing a lot of hard work. I don't know how he finds time. He has to do so many things. Yeah. I know his nature of job also. He's everywhere, every time.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Prabhu, my relation, when we listen to Maharaj, as you rightly said, we also try to learn a lot of things, how Maharaj will put up a point, how Maharaj will actually get devotees to sing verses, how he will repeat, what points he highlights, and his understanding the concept about Bhagavatam is so thorough, so practical that it makes so much sense. And yesterday I was traveling, I think Suchi called me, oh, tomorrow there is a class on sense gratification. I said, I have not seen the post. Actually, we are also having a discussion on sense gratification in this week. That how important, and sense gratification is not only eating, sleeping, and watching something. It's much more than that. So we're having a lot of discussion. So Maharaj brings up that same point here, sense gratification. And we already remember that was Bhogaswara Prasthanam. Remember that was. But the example which Maharaj gave, so practical, regulated sense gratification, I should what that means. Then an example of Abu Dhabi. That okay, if you go to Abu Dhabi, you have to run air conditioner. Yes, so that is controlled sense gratification. You don't go out of control. That one. So that's so practicality. Instead of giving philosophy, he gives solid practical example. Anybody can understand. And we are all into this. But everybody is always picking and choosing. We can do this. We should not do this. Sense gratification, or this is my own thing, or this is required. So yeah, Maharaj gave a very nice example. The other thing which I have very recently encountered, which I travel and I meet people, and some people they actually, oh, Mahavishnu was a disciple. Oh, Mahavishnu Goswami was famous of Bhagavatam, and you guys read Bhagavatam, you sing Bhagavatam, and you always talk about Bhagavatam, and you are always Bhagavatam. I said that Maharaj were like this, and that's what we try to do. And Maharaj said that you don't need to do anything else, just read Bhagavatam. And the same thing we do. So we are famous for Bhagavatam. And Maharaj also repeated the same point. And because Maharaj gave so many practical examples, whatever way you remember, Om, Shrom, whatever way you remember you do it. And yeah, that's Maharaj's style. And the way Maharaj make things so simple, big philosophy in simple words. That is only Maharaj can do it, and we can, whatever we can learn, that's our fortunate situation. That's it, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Arashapurji. Very nice. That is very true. And Maharaj would always emphasize that you study, you do the hard work, and give practical points to people, Only then they will come. Otherwise, they will not come to Bhagavatam. They will not come to Bhagavatam. When they are convinced, Bhagavatam will give you practical answers. So very nice. You and all other devotees in our programs, you're spending your time, energy, your resources in thinking, studying, and giving your practical realizations to your teams. That will please Guru Maharaj the most. Very nice. All the best. Hare Krishna. Anyone remaining now? Or we finished this class? Okay. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, you want to give, Mataji? Anyone missing? Anyone yet to give? Okay, no problem. Hare Krishna. So now on I put a note. So Shri Vyas Puja is on Wednesday. We're celebrating in New Zealand. In Australia is also on Wednesday. I'm trying to see where is my post. And in India it is earlier, isn't it? Hold on.
26, bro. 26.
Yes, here it is. Here it is. So in India it is, in Asian countries it is on 26th of December, which is Tuesday. So please, you must observe half-day fast if you can. Unless you have got physical difficulties and all, please don't, but that's fine. You don't have to fast. You take medicines and all this, that's all right. But if you can, it'll be very wonderful. And Mangalarti, please perform Mangalarti, observe Mangalarti on the day. And if you're cooking something on the day, if you are cooking something, then you cook one thing. You must cook lauki. What's lauki in English? And chana. Half chana. So in Gujarati it is called dudhi chana. Dudhi and chana. So I don't know what's it called in Hindi language. Chana lauki. Yeah. Make that sabji. Chana lauki. Make that dal of chana lauki. Make that sabji. If you can. And for any savory, if you want to make some savory, just make a little bit of potato vadas, potato balls. But this lauki chana is enough. That is very important. You can. And pray to Guru Maharaj will accept it. Maharaj will like it. Relish it. So yes, and Krishnavali will do the same on Wednesday here in New Zealand and Australia. And on next Sunday, we will have a 3-hour program where all of you who have written your homages to Maharaj, we will have a homages program, So Vyas Puja you can observe on the day at your own homes, with Mangalarti and all, And next Sunday, from New Zealand time 5 to 8, we'll have homages program where all of us individually will read our own homages, all of us homages, So yes, so there'll be 3 hours. So it'll be about 9:30 from India, just to give enough time to everybody, just for that point. I think 2 hours should be enough. I'll make a call, but keep your time from 9:30 to 12:30. I'll see closer to time whether it's 10:30 to 12:30 or 9:30 to 12:30. But keep the time, discuss with the intermediate level devotees and their leaders, Okay. And yeah, all right. Perfect. Any questions on what we discussed so far? No, all good? Wonderful. Right. Now, whose turn is it to sing Maharaj? Maharaj, please hear us. Looks like Krishnadas, it's going to be your turn.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Navinaji, where did you appear from? And Hare Krishna, what are you wearing? Are you feeling cold?
No, she just
Your dress is
hair, Prabhuji.
just, it's your hair. Oh, I see. I thought you were wearing some kind of, winter clothing there. You're wearing, yeah, okay, wonderful. So the floor is yours. Sing with nice actions. 1, 2, 3, start.
Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us. Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us. We have learned some real good stuff. We have learned some real good stuff. Maharaj, we have learned one thing. Maharaj, we have learned one thing. And today for you we will sing. And today for you we will sing. If our room is clean, if our room is clean, then our mind is clean. Then our mind is clean. If our mind is clean, if our mind is clean, we can do anything. We can do anything. If our room is dirty, if our room is dirty, then so are we. Then so are we. And if we are dirty, and if we are dirty, we're not happy. We are not happy. Wasting time. Wasting time is the greatest crime. Is the greatest crime. Because wasted time. Because wasted time means a wasted mind. Means a wasted mind. So best is your time. So best is your time. When you're in your prime. When you're in your prime. And your whole life. And your whole life will be sublime. Will be sublime. If your wealth is gone. If your wealth is gone. Then there's nothing wrong. Then there is nothing wrong. But if your health is gone. If your health is gone. That's a different song. That's a different song. But if your character dies. But if your character dies. Then the world will cry. Then the world will cry. Only saintly behavior. Only saintly behavior. That's humanity die. That's humanity cry. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We must always remember Krishna. We must always remember Krishna. And never forget him too. And never forget him too. But how are we to practice this with so many things to do? But how are we to practice this with so many things to do? That is the greatest question. That is the greatest question. And here is the greatest clue. And here is the greatest clue. You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you. You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you. So listen very closely. So listen very closely. And make your thinking sharp. And make your thinking sharp. Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart. Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart. If something's due tomorrow. If something's due tomorrow. Finish it today. Finish it today. And whatever's due today. And whatever is due today. Do it now, don't delay. Do it now, don't delay. If your friends might be lazy. Your friends.
No, not if your friends. Not if your friends. Say, your friends might be lazy. Don't say if your friends. Repeat again, please.
Your friends. Your friends being lazy. Your friends may be lazy.
Your friends might be lazy. The friends might be lazy.
Your friends might be lazy.
Your friends might be lazy.
And doing bad things.
And doing bad things.
But you think again.
But you think again.
Don't follow them.
Don't follow them.
And you will win the end.
And you will win the end.
Whatever work we're given.
Whatever work we're given.
We do our very best.
We do our very best.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
This is how to live, to work and to play. If you learn to live this way, we'll see Krishna every day.
This is how to live, to work and to play. Learn to live this way, we'll see Krishna every day.
Now when the time is up, he'll take himself above. We'll sing and dance with him with our hearts full of love.
And when our time is up, he'll take us up above. We'll sing and dance with him with the heart full of love.
So chant Krishna's names, his glories and his fame. It's the only way this world will ever become sane.
So chant Krishna's name is the only way this way. Only way this world can ever become sane.
Now please ask this greatest question.
Now please ask this greatest question.
And find this greatest clue.
And find this greatest clue.
You can only remember Krishna.
And only remember Krishna.
If Krishna remembers you.
If Krishna remembers you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Holiness Shri Mahavishnu Goswami Mahārāja Shri Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Krishna Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Krishna Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Sahib Rashmati Mahavishnu Goswami Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Sahib Rashmati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine. Namo Sahib Devi Govan Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. I remember, I want to share one incident before we go. So I was very new at the time, and one of my friends, can you hear me all right? Without my headphones. So somebody whom I know very well, he used to publish a magazine in Auckland, New Zealand. So he asked me that I must write something there. He was quite happy with what I was talking. I was repeating Prabhupada's words. So why don't you write something? I'll give you this column. I said, no. He said, no, write. I said, no, write. No. Went on a lot of times. He said, no, please write. I said, okay, I'll think about it. So I asked Guru Maharaj, I know Maharaj would not like it. So I asked Maharaj, I've got a friend who wants to write it. Maharaj asked, what is it writing? What is it for? What is this? What I said, no, Maharaj just asked me to write something, and I'll quote here, there. Maharaj said, well, you talk to your other godbrothers, the senior godbrothers, and left me with that. And I got the answer. I did not write. So be careful, okay? Don't be too pumped up if somebody says you're right, write magazine and all that. Be careful. Publish Prabhupada. That's what we want in some way, safe and fall. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Krishna willing, we'll see you. All of us will enjoy. We celebrate Shri Gurudev's Transcendental Vyas Puja very lovingly with our hearts. He's our. We are everything that we are learning is from Prabhupada's books, Prabhupada's teachings, but the mood of Mahavishnu Goswami. This is very, very important to understand the mood of Mahavishnu. We don't fight with anybody, but we have got our own standards, our own loving way in doing things, which slowly it will be revealed to you. Hopefully, it's revealing already to you. Okay. So, Krishna willing, we'll see you next week, same place, same time. Till then, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna.